I'm here with a practice session of CGL Tier 2 questions based on the pattern which have been asked in the previous year exams. They are not exactly copy-paste PYQs, but extremely good questions, good level questions which we'll be practicing and which will give us good exposure towards CGL 2 examinations. So let's start right away without wasting a single second. The very first question in front of you is here. So all board is sheet. All board is sheet. Only a few board is panel. That means some board is panel, some board is not panel. You'll have to describe both of them together. Only a few means some and some not. All panel is section. All panel is section. This is section, this is sheet. Okay. Now some sheet is not panel. Some sheet is not panel. Can I say that? Yes, absolutely. There is some part of sheet which is a part of board which is not a part of panel. So this is true. Some board is section. This is also true. So I think both conclusions 1 and 2 follow. Option A is the right answer. Okay, clear? Next. Some rumor is gossip. Some rumor is gossip. No gossip is report. Some rumor being report is a possibility. Some rumor being report is a possibility is true. Some rumor can be report, not a problem. All report is gossip, not at all, not possible. Some rumor is not gossip. Some rumor is not gossip is false. Some rumor is not report would have been right. Okay. So only conclusion 1 follows. Option B is the correct answer. Cool. K is the father-in-law of O. So K cannot be a woman, right? I think this question is incomplete. Now let's do the next one. Okay. Navi is sitting 18th from the right end. Meena is 26th from the left end. Navi is 18th from the right end. Meena is 26th from the left end. 12 people sit between Navi and Meena. Meena sits to the left of Navi. So this is perfect. No problem. 12 people are sitting in between. They're asking you how many people are there. So it's just 26 from here. 12 in the middle. Plus 18 from here. That's all. You need to add all 3 of them. So that's 56 people in the row. Option C is the correct answer. Okay. Next. No. There is a community. There is a community. I can... Which batch are you talking about? 2.0 batch 2026. Communities for each batch, beta. I think you're not able to locate the community. As a scientist working on a nanotechnology project, I'll show it to you now. Don't worry. As a scientist working on a nanotechnology project with potential environmental risks, your decision making involves assessing the ethical and environmental implications of the research. Balancing potential energy storage benefits and unknown long-term effects is required. As a dedicated professional, which of the following paths would you choose? Okay, so what exactly happens is that you are a scientist, you're working on a nanotechnology project, and that project has potential environmental risks, right? Now, your decision making has to be based on ethical and environmental implications of the research, right? And you have to balance potential energy storage benefits and unknown long-term effects, because you're not sure what the unknown long-term effects can be. Maybe they are detrimental. So now you'll have to understand and take a step. What decision will you take? You'll continue with the project without disclosing potential risks. Of course, that is not fulfilling your that is not fulfilling your tasks, right? So your task was to maintain a balance and to take a decision based on ethical and environmental implications. This is not doing that. Conduct a comprehensive risk assessment before proceeding with further research. Okay. Share project details only with select researchers. This is not going to help out with this case. Okay, and abandon the project entirely to avoid harm. This is also too much, because maybe there is potential benefit as well. So this is the best approach in this case, that you will assess, you will completely do a risk assessment, and you will find out whether it is good or safe to continue your research or not. Then you will decide. So if ever in decision making or in such questions, if you find that there is a step in between which enables you, ensures you, or pushes you towards the final decision, that is also valid, that can be taken. Okay, I'll quickly show you. Okay. If you're using the website, that becomes easier, I think. Let's check it here. So we'll go to courses. Your course is Complete Foundation 2.0. Is this what you're talking about? Or Tier 2 2.0? Okay, out here I think you can't see the community, you're right. Yeah, it should be here. Don't worry, what I'll do is I'll ask my tech team members about this. Okay, now that you've pointed it out, I'll ask my tech team members about it and we'll get back to you. Community access will be provided. Don't worry. Okay, next. As the CEO of a successful technology company, you face the dilemma of entering a new market in a developing country. The potential for your product is immense, but it requires substantial financial investment for localized marketing strategies and product adaptations. The decision involves weighing the potential returns against the upfront costs. Considering the unique challenges and opportunities in the developing market, which of the following strategies would you prefer? Okay. What would you do? Will you invest heavily in the new market hoping for high returns? Will you conduct a thorough market analysis before deciding to invest? Will you ignore the new market and focus on maintaining the current business and seek advice from other renowned technology companies? See, this one will be deleted. Why? Because it is your job to actually enter the new market. That's what it is all about. So that cannot be done. Then if you invest heavily in the new market, there is associated risk. They are already saying that. Okay, it's a new market, you're not fairly aware of what exactly happens, so there's associated risk. Will you conduct a thorough market analysis, or will you take support from your fellow tech companies? Now, taking support from fellow tech companies is only going to, reveal your plan, your future aspects. Okay, that is the last case scenario when nothing is going to work out in your favor. That I really want to start this business and I want to take help from somebody. But this actually is a strategic point here, that you go ahead with a market analysis, research, and then understand whether this decision actually helps you out or not, and then accordingly decide. So I think option B is the correct answer here. Right? Next. The government is determined to replace subsidized wheat and rice distributed through the public distribution system with direct cash transfers into the bank accounts of target households. This is the result of internal corruption which prevents the majority of their intended beneficiaries from benefiting from the plan. Okay. What are the inferences you can draw from this? See, inferences means even from partial information of the statement, you can draw some sort of a meaning. Don't confuse it with conclusions. Conclusion implies that if an author is writing these 4 lines, what is the final message the author is trying to give you? That is a conclusion. But inference can be, I have read this one line. What all meanings can I derive from this one line? That they are inferences. They can be multiple inferences in a statement. Conclusions usually are 1 at max 2. And actually all inferences, they have the tendency of, all conclusions have always been inferences at one point in time, but all inferences cannot become conclusions. So you need to have this difference in your head. Now the first thing is, if they are saying that they are inferring from the statement that employees in the distribution industry are dishonest. Now the problem is, The problem is a lot of people, when they read this inference, they feel that no, this is not right. This is generalizing. This is generalizing. They are not talking about all the employees. This is generalizing. This is exactly how you will treat this question and you will say this is wrong. And the second one, you will think that all targeted households have bank accounts. You will say, yeah, probably yes, because that is why they are directly transferring it to the accounts. And you will mark option only 2 follows. Option C is the right answer. Whereas it's diametrically opposite. Can you infer that everybody has an account? No. They are just saying that they want to transfer it to their accounts. Even if they don't have accounts, probably they will get them to open one through a different scheme. That is a different story altogether. But nowhere can you infer directly that they already have accounts. But can you infer from this passage that employees in the distribution system are dishonest? Yes, they are, because of internal corruption. Generally, employees are found to be dishonest in this system, and that is why they want to completely do away with it. It's not because of 1 or 2 employees. Right? From this statement, don't go for reality. No, that's not possible. Morally not true. Don't go for all that. Detach yourself emotionally from the question. Just read what is there in the question. The question simply implies that the whole department is problematic right now, and rather than going through the whole channel, they want to directly transfer the subsidies in the accounts. So that means you can infer that the people in this department are dishonest. So only 1 follows is the correct answer. Option D is the right one here. That is what critical reasoning does to you. Okay, it's going to rob you of your marks, your time, everything. So it's very important. Okay, 8 people are sitting in a straight row facing the south. Either 2 or 3 people are sitting to the right of Q. So we'll have 2 cases for Q. To the right of Q, there are either 2 people, so Q, or 3 people, Q. Okay, we'll have a, yeah, this is fine, Q1 and Q2. There are 2 cases, right? Only R is a neighbor of M, okay. Only R is a neighbor of M. So we can have M and R. That means M and R are sitting here. M is at one of the ends, right? We'll not draw where, because we'll have to have 4 cases then. 3 people sitting between L and Q. So if this is Q1, 1, 2, 3, this is L1. And if this is Q2, 1, 2, 3, it's still L2 here. That means now we can clearly make them, arrange them. R is a neighbor of M, cannot be sitting here. So only R is a neighbor of M, so M1 is sitting here and R1 is sitting here, correct? Only R is a neighbor of M, nobody else. And in this case also, I think it's same only. So now we are sure that M and R are definitely sitting here only. Right? So we can make them sit here, no matter what. Okay, neither L nor Q is the neighbor of N. So that means N is not sitting here, N is not sitting here. So N1 is sitting here. And in this case, N is not sitting here or here, here or here. So N2 is sitting here. Okay. O is sitting second to the right of S. O is sitting second to the right of S. So if this is S, so this is O, this is S, this is O. Okay. If this is S, this is O. This is S, this is O. We still have multiple cases in here, so we will not place them right now. Q is not the neighbor of O and S. That means O has to sit here and S has to sit here, right? That is why that cannot be possible. So O is sitting second to the right of S. So this is S, this is O. Okay, and who's left? So P is left. So P will be here. And what about here? So if we can say O is here, so S will be here, O is here, S will be here. In both the cases, Q will be the neighbor of O or S. So this is not true. So this is our final arrangement: Q, P, N, O, L, S. Now the question asks me how many people are sitting between P and S. So how many people? There are 3 people sitting between P and S. Hence option D is the correct answer. Cool. In these cases, sometimes making cases is always better rather than jeopardizing everything. Correct. Very good, Abhijit. Next. See, this is an interesting one actually. And figuring it out yourself is not going to be easy in the examination. Just look at the difference here. There's some difference. There's some difference. What is the difference here? It's 69, correct? What is the difference here? It's 94. Correct? Now there's no logic whatsoever, is it? 69,472, we can't get it anyways. But there is a technique here. It's broken down digit wise. So what are they doing here is they are subtracting 763 minus, this is 7 square plus 6 square plus 3 square. So what is this? This is 49, 36, 9. That is 94. Okay. So that is giving you 669. And similarly, 472 minus 4 square plus 7 square plus 2 square. I don't expect this in your examination though, because it is all digit wise calculation, but still, for the sake of practice, we did it here. 16, 49 and 4. That's 69, sorry. That's 403. So now 594 minus 5 square plus 9 square plus 4 square. What is the answer? So that's 25, 81 and 16. 12, 2, 4, 2. 2 should be in the end, in the unit digit. That's 472. Okay. Just solve it with the help of unit digit. Don't end up solving the whole thing. Okay. But just for the sake of it, if you want, 25 and 16. 25, 16, 41 and 81. 122. Okay. Next. Correct. Pointing to photograph, Kunal said. Kunal is the speaker, so we'll start with Kunal. That person's brother is the brother-in-law of my father's only daughter. My father, so Kunal's father. Only daughter technically can be Kunal also, but we'll consider Kunal's sister firstly. And person's brother is the brother-in-law of my father's only daughter. Brother-in-law means Kunal's sister husband. Kunal's sister brother-in-law, correct? And in that case, that person's, this is the photograph person. Now just read it once. That person's brother is the brother-in-law of my father's only daughter. So how is the person in the photograph related to Kunal? He is the brother-in-law of Kunal. Option C. Okay. Next. So 2, 5, 6. 5 is billion, 6 is million, 2 is trillion. So we are starting from the reducing order, that means, right? So we are starting from trillion, 2, then we go to million, then, no, that's not right. So we'll start with what? Nothing is starting from the baseline, is it? Trillion, oh, we have another option, thank God. Trillion, billion, million, lakh, 1000, 100. Option D is the correct answer. Reducing order. Now, among the 5 phones, iPhone, LG, OnePlus, Samsung and Redmi, the cost of iPhone is 75,000. So I'll say iPhone LG, OnePlus, Samsung and Redmi. Cost of iPhone is 75,000. LG is cheaper than iPhone by 35,000. It's 40,000. Redmi is costlier than iPhone by 4,000. Oh God, is that possible? 79,000. LG is costlier than OnePlus. Okay. Samsung is costlier than LG by 40,000. Samsung is 80,000. OnePlus is cheaper than Redmi by 49,000. That's 30,000. What is total cost of Samsung and OnePlus? Samsung and OnePlus is 110,000. 1,10,000. Option C. Very easy question. Next. Six singers are sitting in a linear row with their backs towards the south direction. Backs towards the south means they are facing the north. A is sitting to the third right of B. D is to the immediate left of F. C is sitting at a corner. E is not a neighbor of B. E is dash of F. Now, E sitting between A and C will not be possible if I draw it here, right? Yeah. A cannot be here then. So A has to be here, C has to be here, E has to be here, B has to be here. That's how it is, and D and F have to be here. That's the only arrangement possible. So E is to the right of F. Second to the right of F. Option A. Good question. Cute question. Little sweet question. Next. Though missing numbers are not commonly found in the Tier 2 examinations, but there is no restriction whatsoever. This is also out of line, I believe. Why? Because digit-based calculations, I don't think they should be very commonly asked. Four, 5, 6, 3, 9, 13. No. Add these two. 1, 2, 4, 6. 800, 90, 10, 900. So 900 is 9 we are getting, and 1, 2, 4, 6. 4, 6, 10 plus 3, 13. Yeah, so that's digit based calculation. So 924 plus 783. First we'll add these two numbers. What do we get? So that's 1600, then 100, 1700 and 7. So 1 plus 7 plus 0 plus 7. That's what you need to do. So 15 is my correct answer, option A. Okay. Next. Map says 32, code is 8. Onion is 29. Okay. This one I think I know. See, technically what you will do is, for maps you will add the place values first. 13, 1, 16, 19. But always check for here also. 3, 15, 4, 5. This is slightly easier, no? So this is 27. 27 and 8 is not making any sense whatsoever. You can take the maybe divide by 3 and subtract 1. But is that going to help out here? No. This is not 99, no? Divide by 3 minus 1. So that's not going to work out for us. Even if you add, it's not helping us out. Even if you take the reverse place value and add it, it is not going to be 8. But if you observe carefully, the sum of the extremes are 8. Sum of the extremes here are 32. So for onion, again confirm it. So it's 15 and 14. The sum of the extremes are 29. So what are the sum of extremes for robot? So ROBOT. So 18 and 20 is 38. Option B is the correct answer. Next. Correct. Very good. English dictionary. So first is between 5 and 4. Commuted and compiler. Obviously commuted will come first. This is gone. Then 1, 2, 3. Complete, computer, commuter. COMM 13. With this will come first. 3 will come first. So option D is the correct answer. Okay. Next. Okay, travel UMS FBW plus 3. No, that's not it. Reverse is G, but that's also not helping out. 20 plus 3, 18, no. 20 plus 1, 7 plus 1. This makes sense. The first one is plus 1. But the next one is I, 9, and we have 22 or 18 here. 9 plus 9. This is 18 plus 9. 27, no. 18 minus 5. That's not helping out. (18 and 21 is, sorry, 18 and 13 is minus 5. So if this is 9, 9 plus 5 should be 14. That's also not here. If I just check it like this, TRAVEL UMSFBW, wait, 20, 18, 1, 22, 5, 12, and this is 21, 13, 19, 6, 2, 23. And I'm just jumbling the order. Is that possible? So this is 5, 6, 22, 23. 1, 2. 12, 13, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh God. Okay, let's see if this works here. So HIWUPX. HIWUPX. So this has to be minus 1, that is G. Everything starts with G. This will go in the end. So minus 1 again. So that's 8. So it ends in H. So this is gone. Now previous to that is T only. So let's not think about that. That is this one. Then we have these two. So 24, 3W and 16 O. OWTH in the end. So the second letter now. Second letter is with this. 22 V. Wow. Lovely question. Option D. Next. In the following Venn diagram, the square stands for series, okay. Semicircle stands for vowels, oval stands for consonants, triangle stands for alphabets, okay. Given numbers represent, okay, perfect. How many series are not alphabets? How many series? That means in the square, they should not be alphabets. That means not be in the triangle, but consist of consonants or vowels. So they should be in the square, not be in the triangle, but they can be either in the oval or in the semicircle. Okay. So they have to be in the square. They can be in the oval or semicircle. Correct? That's it. Nothing else. So 140. Option A. Now, which of the following option figure when rotated 315 degree anti-clockwise and then 180 clockwise will result in the given figure? The problem is, despite reading it, we will still understand in a way that we will rotate this and get the answer. That's not what they're asking. They are asking you which of these options when rotated like this is giving you this as the answer. So your rotation has to be reverse. So what we'll do is we'll draw this table clockwise, anti-clockwise. So 315 anti-clockwise and 180 clockwise. So how much are we left with? $135, right? 135 clockwise. This is a single movement, which when made in the option is leading to this. So now you make the opposite movement here, 135 degree anti-clockwise. That will give you your answer. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? 135 anti-clockwise is my correct movement. So I'll have to move it in the reverse direction. 135 clockwise. That is, I will move this figure in 135 degree clockwise to get my answer. Okay. So this is the axis. 135 means something of this sort. So black, black, black. It's only in option 4. Option A. Okay. So this figure when rotated 135 anti-clockwise is giving you this answer. Got it? This was first introduced in CGL Tier 2, this type of question, and then also asked in CGL Tier 1 subsequently in the next year. And sometimes, they don't do it always, but sometimes it gives this variation where they will ask you the answer after being rotated. So that is what is more important to understand. That's the only error which you make here. Otherwise, more or less, it's simple. How many triangles are there in the given figure? So this here will give you 8. This again will give you 8. These will be 2 more. But of course, that's not it. What else are we missing out on? 2 triangles which we did not count. I think they are these 2. It's quite clear and visible. 1, 2. And that's the largest option. So option A is the correct answer. Cool. I'll give you one more question. So what you can do is you can take this question as a bonus question, right? I will end this session here now and you can solve this question and put the correct answers in the chat box after the session is over, not right now. After the session is over and it is available in the video format, put the correct answers in the chat box. Let's see who gives me the first answer for the session. Avijit, I'm not sure. Not only me, nobody is sure about that it will be within January only or not. But most probably that seems logical. Okay. So far, assume it to be December and January first week only. Somewhere in that bracket and prepare accordingly. Right? Thank you so much for joining live, guys. I'll see you around. Till then, bye-bye. Namaskar. Jai Hind.